The number of Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP fighters killed during the recent military operation in Namboa, Borno State has risen from 16 to 21. That's according to a statement released by the Acting Deputy Director of Army Public Relations at the headquarters of a theater command operation had in Kai. Following a mop-up operation, troops recovered a cache of arms and ammunition. Additional bodies were found in nearby bushes after clearance operation by troops. The statement further revealed that the ammunition storage facility of the command was hit by a blast during the attack, causing a fire that was, however, firmly brought under control. The troops also recorded minor casualties. The successful operation by the Nigerian troops underscores their unwavering commitment to fighting insecurity in the country. And at least 30 persons have been confirmed dead and scores displaced following fresh attacks on Munga and Magami villages in Karim Lamido local government area of Taraba State. The assaults, which took place in the early hours of Saturday, were reportedly carried out by suspected armed herders. Eyewitnesses said many lives were lost and described the scenes as devastating, saying that homes were set ablaze and properties destroyed. Most residents of the affected communities have reportedly fled to neighboring villages. And still discussing security, the Taraba state government has condemned the attacks on two communities in the state by gunmen in the early hours of Saturday. The statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Digital Communications to the governor urged residents to stay alert and promised that the administration is taking decisive steps to restore peace. Also, the State Police Command confirmed the attacks, claiming, however, that only 4 persons were killed. It attributed the violence to tensions sparked by a prior incident in which a teenager was killed. Police spokesperson James Lashen stated that a combined force of regular police officers and police mobile force operatives have been deployed to the area as investigations continue. We'll have in the studio Professor Alao, who is a security expert, to discuss these issues, burning as they are. Glad to have you join us, Prof.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you would, or wouldn't you, call this a plus for the security forces? Your evaluation of what transpired, in Borno, the casualties recorded on the ISWAP side, 16 to 21, now we're here.
Excellent indeed. It's a plus to the military. Kudos to them. We need more of this. They shouldn't even mull in their rhetoric against this enemy of the state. No matter where the mind, we keep saying, it doesn't really matter in other what pretext they come, be it of religion, of race or tribe, wipe them out. That's the language. No any other better language to be used to this enemy of humanity. Not just even the state.
Not
humanity.
just even the state, yeah.
The humanity. These are enemy of humanity. They need to be wiped out. We don't, what good to the society?
All right. How does this speak to the resolve and gallantry of the Nigerian military forces, on insurgency? How does this speak to their resolve and gallantry and commitment to be able to deal with these security issues?
It wasn't too long ago when the Chief of Army Staff, I believe General Christopher, says that, look, we've been given all what we need in terms of the instrument, in terms of ammunition and stuff like this, and from now on we're going to be seeing the effect of this at the battlefront. So here we are. Don't forget, we mentioned something like this last week when we say, who is watching the watcher? Who is keeping the watcher secured? Yeah. Themselves in a situation whereby these criminals are so emboldened, they can go to the army barracks and attack and cater away with some of the ammunitions. So here we are. It wasn't too long and set the place, ablaze. Here we are, military showing them who really have the upper hand. So we need more of this. We need more of this course.
You talked about they're having all they need. In some quarters, that's been the talk, why they have not been succeeding to the extent that Nigerians expect. The question of boots on ground, procurement of equipment that they need, and the insurgents having better weapons or firepower. What do you make of such comments?
Well, I beg to differ. I mean, military will always be military. They are trained. They don't have any other profession than to go out there and protect the lives and property of the Nigeria as a state. So these are non-state actors. I mean, regardless of whatever anyone might say, they are rhetoric. We shouldn't even be giving it, credence. Oh, say, look, ISWAP also sophisticated. We can read somewhere saying they're also using drones and all this technology and the rest of it. It's not something we should be kind of fanning and making it, because they also read the news. They also
but they
watching.
do have it.
They do have it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I do say, I mean, sometimes people say ragtag. I say, these are not ragtags. They also go for training. But I mean, at the end of the day, who really have the upper hand? Which, I mean, who are we really in support? Are we in support of the enemies of the state, or are we in support of the state? So, which I believe the answer is latter. We're in support of the military.
Consistency is key. What does the government and the military need to do to maintain this level of success?
Proactiveness. Proactiveness. No, we don't need to wait, because, I mean, they are there to be gathering. Like, for instance, now, those ones that they managed to kind of like put off or switch off, I don't even know what to say, to switch off, they must have gathered some intelligence around them, where they are from, I mean, DNA and so on and so forth. They must have left some, I mean, some footprints. I mean, they must have left some data behind. From this very one, they don't need to wait. They can build on this very success to the next, where they are going to, the next operation, from where they're going to have their next operation. So, all in all, well done to them. It's good, but it's not good enough. They have to keep going. But again, at the same time, we need to give them support.
Yeah.
We need to support the military.
Now, let's move from Borno to Taraba State. 30 killed.
Common clashes.
In Taraba. Oh, yes. Well, it's still insecurity. You know, and people are leaving their villages. I don't know. I am thinking, do you stay one step forward, many steps backwards?
It's a mixed bag. But in this day and age, I believe there should be, I was saying the other time, we shouldn't just only the brute force and so on and so forth, kinetic or not kinetic. What need to be, for instance now, with this very current one, this which is still very, very hot and fresh, some intelligence will be gathering from there, some data rather, will be gathered from there to prepare for the next whereby it's prone to attack. It's a reprisal. Oh, you come for us, we're coming for you. So it's not something isolated. I mean, it's not in isolation. I believe by now they must have perfected their act of, gathering intelligence and also to work on intelligence. More so, everything cannot just be solely to hands of military. This is supposed to be the work of police and other paramilitary, because these are the people close to the neighbor, close to the locality, to locals. So this should be their task, not really military.
To gather intelligence.
Intelligence and to work on intelligence and be proactive. Not to wait until the next attack, but prepared where is prone, where the next attack is going to, there today we have what we can use to analyze and say, okay, well, these are the hotspots in such a time. We need to be on the lookout. They might be coming for attack or prizer.
Okay, that brings me to what the Taraba state government is saying. They're asking the people to be on the alert. And I'm wondering, shouldn't the security agencies be more? Yeah, people should be on the alert. But when you ask the people to be on the alert, the people will ask you, are you people on the alert when this number of people are being killed, when people are being killed?
No matter how much people are on alert, imagine old granny, in what way can she be alert when the people came in the middle of the night? How much can somebody that is sick or bedridden be alert when these people coming to cause havoc are coming in the dead of the night? How much can they be alert? These are the places whereby some community, maybe they don't even have a telephone network, communication network rather. Yeah. How far can they be alert? Vigilantes, are they still carrying all those old guns and stuff like that? How can they be alert? People came, they are ready to wreak havoc at maximum level, i.e. coming causing arson, setting house ablaze, and no one is even, no one is free from their menace. Be it women, children, whoever, come their part. How much can they be alert? There must be a system in place whereby, as I said, from the intelligent gathering, where is prone to the next attack.
Okay, let me drop, because we don't have all the time, let me drop this question before. One even wonders, what is behind these people, what they do, that they just kill people at random without caring? But that's not my major question. Does it surprise you that we hear of these attacks, but getting these culprits and probably their sponsors to face the full wrath of the law seems to be lacking?
That has never happened in Nigeria. And the sooner we have at least all those culprits, all those sponsors brought to book, the better this can come to an end. But we haven't seen this yet. Oh, a lot arrested. That's how far we heard the news, but we never heard. Well, it's a question that we need to take back to the government.
All right. I'm sure they're listening, they're hearing it. I hope they answer the question. All right, thank you so much, Professor Alao, who is a security expert, for discussing those issues on Arise.
Thanks for having me.